They were young travelers from around the world, backpacking across Australia for adventure. But for 7 of them, the journey ended in horror. In the early 1990s, a string of backpackers vanished without a trace. Some were last seen hitchhiking. Others simply disappeared from hostels. But all were found in the same place, buried in a remote forest with signs of torture and execution-style wounds. Welcome to the terrifying story of the Backpacker Murders, one of Australia's most infamous serial killer cases. And the man convicted of these crimes, Ivan Milat, would spend the rest of his life behind bars, still claiming he didn't do it. So who really killed the backpackers? And were there others? Let's dive in. Between 1989 and 1993, 7 young travellers vanished while backpacking through Australia. They came from different countries, had different backgrounds, but they all met the same tragic fate. Let's take a look at who they were. Ilan Freund, 19, from Israel, last seen hitchhiking near Sydney. Anja Habshid, 19, from West Germany, travelling with her boyfriend, who survived. Kirsty Ashworth, 22, from Britain, a student who loved nature and hiking. Paul Onions, 22, from Britain, the only one to escape a kidnapping attempt. Gabby Maurer, 21, from West Germany, last seen at a hostel in Sydney. James Gibson, 23, from New Zealand, hitchhiked from Melbourne to Sydney and was never seen again. Simone Schmidl, 21, from Austria, last seen hitchhiking near Sydney. They were young, they were adventurous, and they trusted the wrong person. At first, the disappearances seemed unrelated. Backpackers often travelled alone, some hitchhiked without telling anyone. But as more people vanished, a pattern began to form. All were young, all were travelling alone, and all were last seen in or around Sydney. Police started to suspect a serial killer was targeting backpackers, someone who knew the terrain, understood how travellers moved, and used charm to lure victims into his car. Then, in 1994, a massive discovery changed everything. In August 1994, a group of hikers discovered a backpack and personal belongings in Belanglo State Forest, a remote area south of Sydney. What they found next was horrifying. 7 bodies were buried in shallow graves, some stacked on top of each other. All had been gagged, tied up, and executed shot in the head at close range. Some had signs of sexual assault and torture. The backpacker killer had been operating for years, and now the world knew the truth. The police investigation led to Ivan Milat, a 49-year-old truck driver with a long criminal record, including assault and kidnapping. He was known for his violent temper, and neighbours described him as creepy and unpredictable. One of the survivors, Paul Onions, had a terrifying encounter with Milat in 1990. He escaped after being tied up in Milat's car and tried to alert police, but they didn't take him seriously. After the bodies were found, police reopened the case and brought Milat in for questioning. During the trial, prosecutors built a strong case based on personal belongings of the victims found in Milat's possession, eyewitnesses placing him near the victims before they vanished, his knowledge of Belanglo Forest and how to navigate it. In 1996, Ivan Milat was convicted of 7 counts of murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. He always maintained his innocence, and many believe the case is still not fully solved. Even after Milat's conviction, questions remain. Was Milat the only killer? Some believe he had help possibly from his brothers or other associates. Milat himself hinted at others being involved, but never gave names. Could there be more victims? There are reports of other backpackers who went missing during the same time, but were never officially linked to the case. Some believe the killer may have struck before or after Milat's known crimes. Was justice truly served? Milat's trial was controversial. Some believed the police focused too much on him and ignored other suspects. To this day, some people believe the real killer may still be out there. The backpacker murders remains one of the darkest chapters in Australian criminal history. Ivan Milat died in prison in 2019, still claiming innocence. But many believe he was guilty, and that he may have killed more people than he was convicted for. Was he the real backpacker killer? Or was there someone else involved? Maybe you've heard this story before. Maybe this is your first time learning about it. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your theories in the comments below. Was Milat the real killer? Or was there someone else? If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most haunting unsolved cases in international crime history, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss another episode. Next week, we'll be diving into another chilling mystery, the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. So stay tuned, stay curious, and keep solving crimes with us. Until next time, goodbye and good night.